What, to go live?
playing. We are live. Well, hello, Tim. It's nice to see you. Strange to see you without a beard. What made you
Yes.
shave it off?
Well, it's the time of year, isn't it? It's sort of
Is it?
kind of spring is here, and you shake off your winter coat and all the rest of it. So I thought I'd have a quick shake. The sun was out today. I thought, well, where you go, where you
Yeah.
go, sorted. So that's where I was.
Oh, yeah.
So
It makes you look 10 years younger. So I thought I'd talk to you about how well your channel is doing on the Thursday nights with your talking about mental health, bereavement, and everything like that. I see
the
that
old
you've grown quite a bit. You've got a few more subscribers on that channel.
Yeah,
The
everyday conversations regarding mental health.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah,
starting to grow. It's starting to pick up.
yeah,
I am getting some really, really interesting guests on, talking about a whole raft of different subjects around mental health.
y-
This evening, for instance, I had a guest on who's actually my massage therapist, and we were talking about holistic therapies and how that can help not just your physical but your also your mental health. And we had a great conversation around that and the different styles of holistic therapies that are available nowadays.
yeah.
So that's what we had a chat with. So there you go. That's where we are with it. That's why we had a chat with tonight, and I really enjoyed the chat. Um,
Yeah, I did watch it. I thought, well, I'd just s- tell you that I watched it, but I didn't comment because I was watching it on the TV.
yeah.
And oh, what's that one? It's good. How's things? Who's that? Osby. Hello, Andy. Nice to see you.
Oh,
Welcome to the stream. It's just that I'm trying this new Evmux out because uh, it's got pro scenes, but I've just
evening,
set it.
Andy.
Yeah, Andy's in, and just trying it out because you can put different graphics in, and they reckon it's better than StreamYards and Melon and a few others. So this is first time. It's a free plan, so you get like 30 hours a month on the free plan, up 2 hours maximum uh, going live. So, uh, but as I say, it's the first time, Andy, and I don't know how to do it yet because I haven't watched any videos on it. I just thought I will try it. And Lee's here again. Hello, Lee.
Yeah,
Welcome to the live stream. And as I was saying to Andy, that I'm just testing this out because I don't know whether you've heard of
well, this is
E.
new to me as well. So
In
it's interesting
Adelaide.
being on
Oh,
the
that's
other
cool.
side of the. Oh, there he is. Bang.
Yeah.
Yes, I've pulled in. I'll give us a thumbs up.
Oh, good. Yeah. So,
I
as I
found
was
it.
saying, it's first time, and in the pro screens scenes, you can alter. It's a bit like OBS, but browser based. You've got lower third graphics. You can put graphics on and everything like that in the free mode, but I haven't learnt yet how to do it. So, because I just got in touch with Tim and he says, let's go live, let's try it out.
Why
So,
not?
uh, and it's at 1080. You get 1080 broadcast in the free mode.
It kind of looks a little bit like, from what I'm seeing, Streamyard.
Yeah,
It looks like
it
it's trying
is.
to chase Streamyard rather than Ecamm.
Yeah,
I'm not
it's
sure
it's
it can
supposed to
take on
be.
Ecamm.
Yeah, it's supposed to be where you can alter the layout of it in the pro. You can add scenes, different scenes, and everything like this. You can upload your own scenes. You've got the banners. You've got everything that you have
Yeah,
in StreamYards, Melon, Restream, and so forth. But the free version gives you the 1080 for free.
yeah. On StreamYard, you have to go onto the Pro plan to get 1080p.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah,
I'm on the Pro plan on Ecamm Live, so I get 1080p anyway. Um, but I can also go to 4K,
yeah,
but you need the bandwidth to be able to do it.
yeah.
That's that's
So
that's the thing with
it's not
4K.
the
You need the
sound is
bandwidth.
rush. It's not the sound is rush on the app.
Eh? What's
Yeah, I
going on?
don't get that, Lee. What do you mean? Is the sound bad
It
on it now?
it's not the sound is rushy on the app.
See, because
I
I'm just
have and
testing
don't
it out,
like
so
it
I'd
to
like
stick.
to know how the sound is, whether it's good or
Yeah,
bad.
sound is muffled.
Sound is
Um,
muffled.
whose sound? Is it my sound? Or is it Keith's sound?
Yeah.
That'd be
Whose sound is
interesting
it? Is it mine or is it Tim's?
because I can change mine. I'm going through at the moment. I'm just going through my desk. Both. That's
Both.
interesting.
It is, yeah.
Wonder if I change my on. I need to go into there. Let's have a
Because,
output.
but not too
Right.
bad, Andy says.
I've just changed my mic. I've come off of my Rodecaster Pro with
Yeah.
my Rode NTG2 mic that goes into Rodecaster Pro that goes into my computer, and I've just gone onto my clip, which works my hearing aids.
Yeah.
So has that improved anything? Tim is good. So was I
Tim
good
is good.
before, or I'm good now? Has that made a difference to us both?
I've just altered my sound a bit, but I don't know
Yeah.
what it's like. At present, is my sound any better, Lee? Please, I'd love to know.
I caught your live the other morning. Was it the other morning where you were going around showing bits of Cleethorpes? Now
No,
I've only got one comment. Why didn't you go up and get a picture of the poacher's bench just off the
yeah. Well,
um,
that's Richard of Dynamic Duo. So
oh is it?
Lee
Oh, it's a
says,
different one. Oh right,
yeah.
sorry.
Lee
I'll
says,
take it all back.
yeah. Lee says it's good now. Why
All
are
right.
you looking to change your streaming preference? I'm not, Andy. It's just that
Just trying something
this one
different.
this one gives you a bit more. You can alter the scenes in this one, where Melon and StreamYards you can't alter the scenes. It gives you transitions. It's got quite a few good sound effects, like
Can you change anything when you finish playing with your sound effects? Can you change what mine looks like
uh,
on this?
uh, when I learn how to do it, Tim.
Well, no,
Yeah,
you've only got to click. I guess it's fairly intuitive, a bit like StreamYard, where you can just click and it changes the
well,
scene.
you can do like that. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, got that.
you can do.
You can do that in StreamYard.
Yeah, uh,
You can swap us over, I guess.
you can do that
Yeah,
and swap over, uh,
yeah.
but it's not that. It's the um, like you can do square boxes type of thing or triangle. You know, you're
Yeah,
supposed to be able to do that, and you
custom
can,
size boxes and
yeah,
stuff.
you can custom,
Gotcha.
and do things like that. But because I haven't really looked into it at present, because it's just I saw a friend of mine who went live with it, and I got in touch with him, and he says, "You want to try it? It's a lot better than StreamYards and a lot better than Melon." So
Mm.
that was the reason why I thought I'd try it. And when I look at the backgrounds that you can have in it, and you've got other things, video clips. The timers look good. The
Looks like
music
Lee's
looks
diving off to
good.
bed.
But see you, see you on the next one. Night all night, Lee.
Yeah. Night, Lee.
Thanks a lot for dropping in. Really appreciate that. Um, it's the same as the lower third writing. You can alter all that as well.
Yeah.
But because I don't know how to do it yet, uh, it's scary stuff. Andy,
Nothing's
so
scary. Nothing's scary. You just get
yeah,
used to
you
whatever you're
do, yeah,
using.
yeah.
And it's just being flexible. It's just looking at different ways
Oh,
of
thanks
just
a lot.
jumping in.
Yeah, yeah,
So I think that's what we're trying to do. I mean, I go live twice a week. I go live on a Tuesday with live awesome quizzes, and I do a quiz, but I use Ecamm for that because it's just setting up all the scenes and just have a bit of a giggle with a quiz, and then I go live on a Thursday, and that's everyday conversations regarding mental health. And I get a guest in or a couple of guests in, and it's just going through scenes with that. And then I also um, have a or I have a podcast that I put out um, at the moment every Sunday, once a week, with a podcast, Ordinary People's Extraordinary Stories. Um, but I normally record that in StreamYard because it's easier to do that. I mean, I could do it in Ecamm, obviously, but I think it's easier to just do those interviews in StreamYard, and then repurpose them, put them up as on YouTube and on Buzzsprout, which then puts them across all the different podcast apps. Just the way I've kind of always done it. And then I just occasionally just jump on and do a live because I can. Sometimes I put up a short on my phone if I'm out walking the dog or we're out doing something, and I'll just click 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 click, bomb, go live, and just bang up a quick short. So it's just how you feel at the time, I guess.
yeah. Well, this is it, in it, Tim. You know that it's just a case of
Yeah, Andy's
uh,
just done one.
yeah, yeah,
Andy's
yeah,
scarpering.
yeah. I know. Well, he is in Australia, and I don't know what time it is in
He's
Australia,
probably
but
busy tying kangaroos down
yeah, yeah. But
around the
back to
billabong.
your channel then, Tim.
Yeah,
About um, what I believe you've got 43 subscribers in your quiz channel. You've been
yeah.
doing your quiz channel for how long?
Since October, I started doing the quizzes. I think
Yeah,
so. I'd expected it got a bit more traction now because it's just a dedicated quiz channel, and you can't get much more um, graphic than live awesome quiz
yeah,
uh, than that. And every upload is or every live is a quiz. So I don't know what the YouTube algorithms are thinking, but they're not pushing it as they should do. Because I did it as an experiment, obviously, and I
yeah,
think I actually set up the actual the quiz channel, the live awesome quiz channel at the beginning of the year because I was putting up on my main channel, which is Tim Hill 9, and Ordinary People's Extraordinary Stories, and everyday conversations regarding mental health. So that goes up on on the main channel. So I set up this new channel specifically just to do a quiz, and I'm enjoying the quizzes. I mean, the quizzes are so much fun. Um, I used to do um, some fun facts, but we stopped doing the fun facts and we just do 30 questions uh, and how long it takes to do them, and have a bit of a giggle along the way. And we engage the audience, and they're putting their scores in the chat box, and they're having conversations. Well, I'm trying to do the quiz, obviously, amongst themselves. So it's not surprising that after time they don't they, they, they don't get all the answers right. But it's just fun. It's just something that I fell into. That I'm just having a bit of fun of it. And when I stop enjoying it, then I'll stop doing it. And that's the end of it. However, having said that, I mean, the Duchess has just jumped on board with it, and she's the one that's putting the quizzes together for me to deliver on a Tuesday. So she'll do the specials. So we've just had a special. The last couple of weeks we had a Valentine special, so everything around the 14th of February. She did that. What was this week? This week was a Disney quiz. Next week I've got a Royals quiz all around the Royals, whether it's um, past kings and queens or it's sort of more up to date stuff. So we've got a royal quiz coming on. We've got a Mother's Day quiz coming. We've got an Easter quiz coming. We've got a summer quiz coming. She's doing all of this. I mean, she's enjoying writing the quizzes and researching the questions and the answers. Um, and then I'm going away. So I'm having to think what I'm going to do when I'm away. So I've pre-recorded some of the quizzes, ready to, so I just need to go, and they're coming out as premieres, so people can jump in and put the answers in if they need to. So they'll be able to have interaction on the premieres. Obviously, I think that's how it works anyway. Um, and then I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with the everyday conversations regarding mental health while I'm away. I might try and do live while I'm away. I've been testing some stuff out, um, and I can actually possibly do it um, on StreamYard from the phone.
Yeah.
So it's just working out the best way of doing it. Whether I'm going to get a decent enough signal where I'm going to be while I'm away, I'm not sure. I may do what I've done in the past, done a couple of pre-recorded shows, and have it as a pre-recorded show where it goes up as a premiere, so people can I think when you put it up as a premiere, people can interact with it and they can see other people's comments as it's going out live. Um, I may have to do that, but it's not until May anyway, so we'll see how we get on.
Well, that's all we can do, Tim, innit? You know,
That's it.
why do you think that the quizzes are not taking off like they should do? Because, I mean, I've always been led to believe that YouTube promotes if you've got the niche and you're doing
Yeah.
just quizzes, and yet we don't seem to get that many in, do we? It's
No,
always
it's
the same regular, what, 7 or 8. You
yeah.
get about 8, 10
Well,
people in on a Tuesday, but
yeah. I mean,
not like we should get.
I don't know why it's not taken off. Maybe it's I don't, I don't know whether whether people aren't in lockdown where they haven't got anything to do, or whether it's just YouTube are missing what I'm doing. I don't know. It's a mystery.
Yeah,
Um, it's like when I'm out and about, I'll do just go live and do a quick short, taking a dog for a walk or something like that. Pop that up, and that gets a couple of thousand views. Yet my regular content is struggling sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, everyday conversations regarding mental health. I mean, that's that's really important
yeah.
messages that we're pushing out, and I have some fascinating people coming on talking about that. But I mean, I've only got just over 200 odd subscribers, and yes, it has been growing slowly, but it's a difficult conversation, and I think people feel uncomfortable talking about mental health issues, and it should
Yeah.
they should it should just be a normal everyday conversation where people feel comfortable talking about all aspects of it, whether it's death, bereavement, suicide, um, addictions. You should be able to have those conversations and be a normal conversation. But for some reason, YouTube isn't quite liking what we're doing. Um, Maybe it's because I've got lumped in with the ordinary people's extraordinary stories, and every one of those is totally different. Although the format's the same for everybody, we start off asking people um, about when and where they were born. We'll ask them what the schooling was like, what it was like where they grew up, um, and the education that they got. And then we'll look at their work life history, and then we'll see where the conversation takes us. But YouTube doesn't seem to like that too much. But I repurpose those as podcasts, and the podcasts are doing really well. I
Yeah.
mean, I've got 200. I think it's around about 280 ish, and it's got almost 20,000 downloads.
Yeah. Yeah.
So on the audio side of it, it's doing really well. On the video side of it, it's not growing as much as you'd have thought it would do. However, having said that, I'm not really doing it for people to drop in on. The ordinary people's extraordinary stories is actually people say, who's your avatar? Who's your target audience?
Yeah.
And my answer to that is my target audience hasn't been born yet. It's about leaving a legacy for future generations to be able to look at in sort of 50, 100 years' time, to look back at this time in history about ordinary people and what they were doing in this period of history. We can't do that. We can't look back uh, unless it's sort of famous people. Um, we can't look at ordinary people, what they were doing in their time in history, like we will be able to do in the future, looking back at this time in history and what we're doing and how we evolved, how we grew, how we lived our lives as normal, ordinary people. So that's the driving force behind ordinary people's extraordinary stories, and that's available on all the different podcast apps and on YouTube to watch the people that I've interviewed. And and I've had some fascinating people talking about their lives.
Yeah, and they're very interesting because I mean I've watched most of them, and I look at how things are, and I think to myself, why isn't Tim getting more people watching his podcasts on his YouTube channel, Tim Heal 9? Uh, because the people who he's interviewed, the life stories from growing up, going through the school years into adult life have been very, very interesting. And you've had some wonderful guests on,
Oh, that's a
and
terrific
uh,
guess.
as you say, that's record for
Yeah,
uh,
I've had some famous people on as well. I mean, so, yeah,
yeah,
it's just I don't know whether I'm putting the right clickbait on or what I'm doing, um, but I ain't doing it right apparently, not according to YouTube. Um, but at the end of the day, it's the target audience isn't the target audience that for now is the target audience is for future generations.
Nations, yeah, yeah, yeah. But even now, Tim,
Yeah,
you look and you think to yourself, to listen to people's life stories. I mean, the last one I put up on my channel with Michael
that old fella.
Elvins.
Yeah,
I mean, I got, believe it or not, I got 8 hours of conversation with Michael, and I put all his pictures up of his family and his works and everything like that. But on the YouTube video, it was just I edited it down because it was no one would watch 8 hours, but his life story was very very interesting,
yeah,
and I mean, I would love to do live stories live on here where you could switch without the participant knowing of a few people who we'd known growing up with or who we'd worked with, work colleagues or
yeah,
whatever, aunties, uncles, brothers. How interesting that would be to do an actual live of somebody's life story with guests joining in the conversation.
yeah. It's
Because, I mean, the videos I look at, and I think to myself, uh, I think it would be uh, that interesting to do that. That's better.
yeah.
Just got to get it. I can't get it the right way. I'm trying all sorts to get you in again. I'm mucking about, and I shouldn't
So
really muck about.
so I mean that's what everyday conversations regarding mental health is on a Thursday. I mean
Yeah,
the people I get in, we have some really in depth, important conversations trying to destigmatise mental health. I mean, mental health issues have been stigmatised for so long, particularly in the likes of the military or the police, the health service, the ambulance service, the fire service. Those service industries don't like talking about mental health problems, but they're the ones that are suffering more than the general public because they're seeing horrific stuff day in, day out. You take the last 20 odd years where the military has been in Afghanistan. Yes, the vast majority of people that have served in Afghanistan never left Bastion. It's only a small portion of the infantry soldiers, the Marines that have been out on the ground are the ones that have seen the most amount of stuff. Yes, you get the MERT teams from that are out in the helicopters picking up the injured and stuff like that. They've seen a lot of stuff, but the guys that are day in day out getting into contact with the Taliban are going to be suffering in years to come, and
yeah,
you're not going to. I mean, the way that the military's dealt with it in recent years, just recently, is by a thing called TRIM, which is Trauma Incident Management, where they go in 3 days or 72 hours after an incident, and then they assess what's happened. They'll assess who needs a one-to-one, who needs a small group, who needs an overall brief. They'll look at and they'll assess people and they'll see how they're doing then, and then they'll go back in at 30 days and they'll reassess them and see how they've been coping. And anywhere along that journey, if the people are struggling, then they can signpost to see um, specialist help. And then they go to the 3 month stage, the 90-day point, and reassess them to see how well they've recovered. The problem with an infantry soldier in a patrol base that's in combat day in, day out over a 6 month period is a little bit more difficult to deal with. Um, the people that are just affected on and off is easier to deal with, and it's going through that decompression when they come back out of conflict. They'll take them into Cyprus for a few days, give them a few beers, give them some briefings, let them sort of chill out on the beach and all the rest of it. That does help. And what they found is that the Falklands, after the Falklands War, they flew a lot of guys back from the Falklands, coming straight after combat, stick them on aircraft and fly them back to the UK, big bands and all the rest of it, greeting them as heroes. Then you got the rest of them come back on the ships. The guys that come back on the ships have fared a lot better with their mental health than the guys that were flown back straight after. And they figured that because they come back on the ships, they've had time to sort of deconstruct what they've done. They've had time to talk about it with their mates and everything. They've had a few beers and one thing and another. The guys that flown straight back didn't have that opportunity to get in amongst it, to talk about it. And those are the guys that are now coming out with more problems with post-traumatic stress disorder. So it's a lot of lessons learned, and it's a lot of lessons relearned and relearned and relearned. Is the way that the military tend to do it. They don't they take lessons that are learned and then forget them and then reinvent the wheel and do the same thing over again. You couldn't make it up.
No, you couldn't, Tim. Fully agreed there.
But there you go. I mean, that's my take on it. I've been playing soldiers for a long time, and I've been both a warfighter and in the welfare severe. So I know I have a good idea of what I'm on about anyway.
Yeah, but you do. I mean, as I say, I always listen. I'm always in. I do support your channel, and that's why I thought, well, we'll do this quick live, see if we can get a few more subscribers in. I'll put a link into your channel and the quiz channel down
Yeah,
in the description in the morning, and we'll have to have a few more of these late night, early
yeah.
or in the day live streams to see if we can both get to grow a bit more. I mean, uh,
See what we can do.
yeah. I think we had
Hi,
6 in.
Brian.
Yeah,
See,
I see
Brian
Brian's in.
Brian
Yeah,
Newcomb's in. So
yeah. But
yeah,
we've only got
it's
2 left in now because I mean at one time we had 6 in. So, uh,
mm,
but I'm not on the pro scenes. I'm on the dynamic scene at the moment. So I'm gonna watch some videos and find out how to do the other scenes, and I
and have
can
a play with it.
alter the layout because going out at 1080,
Yeah,
it's got to be, and it's free, but they've all got the different
yeah,
attributes, haven't they?
yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
think they
mean,
all look at what each other are doing and then sort of tweak it a little bit to what they think.
yeah, because I
I
mean,
think that's what they do.
because this one's free, like StreamYards is free
Yeah.
for the
There are
free
paid
version.
plans on this, like on StreamYard, there are paid plans.
Yeah.
And
But
I guess
on,
Melon's the same. There's paid plans on there as well.
yeah,
And the
but
more you pay,
on
the
this
more you
one,
get.
yeah, but on this one, Tim, you get up to 12. You can have 12 guests on the free plan.
Yeah,
So it makes a vast difference. So I thought, well, I'm signed in for StreamYards, I'm signed in for Melon, and now I've signed in for this. So
yeah.
depending on which one I want to use, I can use.
Yeah, I
And
wonder if you can go virtual camera on this as well.
I don't know. I'll have to have a look. I mean, I will check on
Let, let,
everything, but I've gone on the wrong one because the Pro seat, it says Pro scenes, and they're the ones that you can alter everything. So
Yeah.
that's the one that I'm going to have to be learning how to use. So I'll muck about with it. Uh, and we'll see. So we've been on nearly 35 minutes. So
I'm just gonna see if I can change the camera. See if it does. It does.
yeah,
I'll switch that camera off. Hang on. Not sure this will work on here. Whether it's did I switch it off or what? Yeah, it's gone off. So let's just pull that one back in. See what happens. Few clicks and see what happens. There you go. That should. Where's it gone?
yeah, you're still there.
Boom.
Boom! Look at that. That works.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So there you go. I can I can change the scene.
Yes.
It will come in as a virtual camera from that's coming in from me cam, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
So
Yeah.
I could do the virtual camera from me cam,
Yeah.
but for some reason that's just blank.
Yeah. For some
What's the
reason.
difference if I plug this in?
Well, he's going.
Who's going?
I said he's going. It did work like that.
Yeah.
So we can see how it finishes up, won't we? We will learn. I will learn how to do the scenes next time because I'll give it
Oh, there you
another
go.
go. So I'm going to finish the broadcast now because it's nearly 20 to 12 here in the
There you go.
UK.
I've got the behind the scenes look.
Oh yes. Hold on. Wait
So,
a minute. I will put it up. There we are.
so there you go. There's the behind the scene look.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
this is my little empire. This is my little what do you call it? My
You're set up
studio.
on
Yes, my
Ecamm.
setup.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's the everyday conversations regarding mental health opening page, and then we go from there. That's what
Yeah.
I do,
Okay then, Tim.
and then we work from there.
It's been lovely talking to you tonight. So I will end this live stream, and I will see you another time. Bye
See
for
to you,
now,
FM.
everybody.
Ta-ta for now.